Friends, Gary Goodhue here with the power of attunement. We have a very special topic that I want to explore today, which is how to use attunement in conversation. Our communication with each other is really important. It's something that we do all the time, every day. We are communicating with other people. Even if you're at home and you work from home and you don't interact with other people at all, like in a lockdown situation or something, there still is some communication that happens because you have connection with others. Texting, phone calls, email, all of these are an opportunity to bring attunement. And so attunement, as we understand, is connecting with the highest dimensional reality of ourselves, the God presence within, and bringing that vibration through us into our expression out into the world. So every time that we communicate, we have an opportunity to be able to do that. And this is really important because we all have relationships. We all have people we love, people we care about. We have our tribe, our family, our soul family, our grouping of friends, whatever it is. These relationships are sacred and important. And so if we treat them like that, then they will yield much fruit in how a relationship can. More joy, more happiness, more harmony, more understanding, more co-creation. So I want to just go through some of our 4 capacities and how each one of those can relate to enhance a communication, conversation experience and be able to bring an attunement flow. The first capacity that we have available to us is the physical. We have a physical body. And if you are having conversations in person with other people, then you are interacting in the physical dimension. So we have a few traits within our physical capacity of the body. We have our eyes, eye contact. Look a person in the eye. It tells them that you are connecting with them, that you care about them, and that you respect and are listening to them. Our ears, of course, that's related to listening. And so we have 2 of these and 1 of these. So perhaps if we spend more time listening instead of wanting to always be the one to speak and to share, we actually receive more understanding from that person. In fact, that's how to come into attunement within ourselves. Instead of worrying so much about always asking God for something, be willing to be still and go into space where we're listening to that inner dimension through the stillness. So we listen to others. We also have a face. Our facial expression is huge. Whether we realize it or not, our face is often communicating to others what it is that we're thinking and feeling. It's unconscious most of the time. However, we can become conscious about our facial expression. Not a fake smile covering up a thought that is in judgment of someone else, but actually transforming the thoughts and letting them express on the face. How often do you look at someone and have a feeling of appreciation or affection for someone? For me, it happens quite often. And so when that happens, I let my face smile at that person. It just simply communicates an air of friendliness and connection. And through that facial expression of a simple smile, there can be a radiation of energy, a radiation of love and blessing that goes out to the other person that they can receive because they're connecting, communicating with you. The other dimension that we have, of course, is our thoughts. Our entire mental realm is one of our main capacities. And it is important how we think about someone. And let me give you an example. You, I think all of us have a tendency from time to time to go into judgment of other people, to compare them against maybe a potential better version of themselves or another person who's better at something than they are. We imagine that inside of our judgments in our own mind, it's simple and harmless. But the truth is, when we are holding those types of thoughts towards another person, whether it's through our facial expression, through our energy field, or simply through little things that we don't even realize that we're saying, we are communicating that to them. And people pick up on it. You pick up on it when you're around someone who's holding you in judgment. I know I do, and I'm guessing other people do when they're around me when I am. The very simple way out of that is to come into a place of allowance and acceptance. And it may require some forgiveness for judgment that has been held from the past. But letting a person be exactly who they are, as they are, right now in this moment, is so freeing to that person and to yourself. It allows an opportunity for them to actually shift into a new way of being because you're no longer holding them in an old perception that's being held with judgment. You see, each of us are learning and growing. We're evolving. We're changing. Change is the only constant. So instead of holding someone in judgment because of how they are being or how they have been, try holding them in a frame of mind that sees them in a new potential, a better way of being than they are or have been. See the positive potential inside of that person. And when you see it in your mind with your thoughts, bless it. As you do that, your mind is creating a ripe field for the attunement energies of love to flow through you into another person as you connect and communicate with them. Of course, one of our main capacities is our heart, our emotional realm, our ability to feel. This comes easy when our mind is in the right place. When we are holding someone in a state of esteem, appreciation, gratitude, positive potential, then the emotions will naturally follow. And if there is any chance that you might want to increase your emotion even more, then just dwell in the feeling of love. In fact, repeat this phrase inside of your mind. I love you. I love you. I love you. If you say that 3 times in your mind to a person while you're connecting with them, you will find that everything will shift. You will soften and become more loving naturally. You'll begin to see that person in another light. And how that person responds to you will begin to shift as well. Each one of us have causative force by how we express. That means how we express is a causative force in the world and upon others. How others respond to us, how they react to us, how they show up in front of us is often a direct reflection of how we are expressing in relation to them. Number 4, our 4th capacity, and the broadest of all, is spirit. We have a spiritual dimension, a presence of being, a higher reality of power and love and wisdom available to all of us. Call on that. Call upon it in yourself anytime. When you're in a conversation, when you're connecting with someone, simply stop for a moment, connect within, and ask for your own higher spirit to come through you with a blessing for this person, to come through you with the perfect words of consolation or advice or upliftment or recognition and appreciation. See, spirit is connected to you the same as spirit is connected to that other person and always has the perfect answer. It's always available to each one of us anytime we call upon it. We simply have to be in the state of being that recognizes we are connected to Spirit. That Spirit is available to us. And when we're being in that space, we open up and allow something to come in and move through. It happens anytime we call it forth because it's ever present, always available, already, always. Use this inside of your conversations. Sometimes our conversations can turn to a place of just normalcy, rote, surface. That's not what we want for our lives. I know it. We want deep connection. We want feeling. We want understanding. We want to know another person. We want a sense of intimacy, even in just a conversation. As we open up to attunement and use our capacities to be a presence of love through our connections, through our conversations, through our communication with others, we not only find ourselves uplifted and we have a more joyous experience of life with others, but everyone around us becomes uplifted for it. It's a beautiful thing. I invite you into attunement with that within all of your relations and with every moment of your day. Thank you, friends. Have a beautiful, blessed day.